People, order in the auditorium. It may look like I have a disadvantage because I only have one arm. But I can reassure you, with your support, I will become the best student council president of this academy. And my only goal when I become student council president is to have a girlfriend. Yes, that's actually the part of this novel. Welcome back to the series where I review obscure visual novels that no one in the mainstream media will ever read. Jom, kita baca. Welcome to Kenseikan Academy where all your dreams come true. Oh, and by the way, no romance allowed. IxShe Tell, aka Aishiteru, they tried making a pun there, is a rom-com visual novel set in a European-style island that is created by Hooksoft. But seriously, it's really European. We got the British flag with a cup of tea and a bottle of water. The story involves Hajime Ninomiya getting elected as the student council to do one task, and that is to abolish the no romance law in this school since 1 century ago. You know, my grandparents were still alive back then. After Hajime successfully took down the no romance law, he is the star of the entire Kenseikan school with it. Basically, he's like the center of attention. Next, we get to see the vice president, Yoshino Yamabuki, who was originally against the abolishment of the romance law. But, in secret, that definitely makes some people heart skip. The whole novel is about the duty of a student council. Kinda like that one anime where she hides her feelings in Russian. Then she wanted to grab something on top of the shelf, but oh no, she fell, like a classic rom-com scenario. Hakua is the secretary of the president, but I feel like he should be in the bodybuilding club instead. As the meeting is going on, the other students from Misakihama Academy also joined in the meeting. We get to meet Hajime's little sister, Aoba Ninomiya, and the underclassman Yui Kozuka. The discussion shifted to a popular girl named Ayaka Yuki. She has been the queen of the academy for 2 years straight. It's kinda like a Miss Universe in our terms. Then, after everyone left, Yui wanted to confirm Hajime's action when lifting the ban. Like, what is the reason why he wanted to become president? Which he stated he wants everyone to have a fulfilling life and getting a girlfriend. I kinda wish he's my president now. They were walking down through the town and suddenly came across Ayaka, who keeps getting love confessions non-stop. Since she is popular and all, but she rejected all of them. After Ayaka and Hajime met their eyes, she went ahead and declared that she wanted to be with the most popular boy in school to boost her popularity. After that painful situation he had to deal with, he stumbled across his classmate walking along, and it's his childhood friend Shiori Hanamori. With that generic hairstyle, it's no wonder the title Osana Najimi fits her. They reached home before curfew, pushed around the crowd of girls who wants Hajime's attention. Yoshino reminds him that a new student is transferring to the academy. Her name is Kasumi Koshimizu. Then unexpectedly, she jumped towards Hajime and hugged him and said she grew up with Hajime, his little sister, and Shiori. So basically, he has two childhood friends now. Lucky him. As soon Hajime went up to sleep, Shiori's brother made his entrance, Yasumasa Hanamori. I also want to mention Hajime really likes his smoked meat, as in grilling the cow meat and eat it later. What do you think it was? The scene shifts to a bath scene with the three main heroines. A classic viewer attention span is to show some spherical objects to males and make them focus. Kinda worked on me, not gonna lie. Kasumi then explained the reason she transferred to the school, and that is to confess her feelings to him. It's not even a day passed and he already got girls hogging all over. Harem genre is a hit or miss sometimes. You never know what you're gonna get. She actually did confess, but he did not answer yet because Hajime never once remembered her at all and is willing to start from the beginning to get to know her. Right after that touching scene, both got caught falling down in a harem ecchi scene from an anime. Nice view though. Kasumi then enrolled the same class as Hajime and she became popular in an instant, which led to Ayaka barging unannounced and she declared war with Kasumi to hold the title Miss Kenseikan. Kozuka also goes inside the classroom, but for a different reason.
先輩への恋心であると気づきました。
which shocked me at first because this was 3 hours in for the prologue and not even a minute to break. Ayaka just announced her confession to the whole class.
君には私の彼氏になってほしいの。
Bro, all of the male students here are jealous of Hajime right now. I kind of feel bad. Then he went into a full sprinting mode where he gets chased by numerous of students to question him who is he dating. He's that popular. Yoshino is mad that the banner of romance just lifted made the entire school go berserk, but she has a plan.
会長、いえ、二宮君、私と付き合ってください。
I would either be happy or really confused right now because we just had 4 confessions in a row in the span of 4 hours into the prologue. But still, her tsundere quirk is a lot cuter than I first see her personality. The council group then discussed about posting some pictures of the town to attract more foreigners to this deserted island with European-style architecture. While exploring the city, they found this small cafe owned by a family, and Ayaka mentioned she is working before. Her little sister Moka-chan came out to greet Hajime. Then, after the group went inside, they saw Ayaka in working outfit, which is kind of hot in some people's eyes. And she saw Hajime, but got cut short since all of her rivals are with him. They were chatting some slice of life stuff, then went home. Hajime saw Shiori doing kitchen stuff, like a wife preparing a dinner for her husband. She was later cut short as well from her brother, snooping the confession conversation. Yoshino called out Hajime to eat at the council room and starts talking about how her friends treat her. She was against the idea to lift the romance ban, and her friends supported her. Now that Yoshino loves him, she is afraid that the betrayal would deeply affect their relationship. I kind of felt that in my personal life. Then Hajime would start an emergency announcement during class period in the auditorium of the school. He would make a big entrance to say that relationships are normal and should be encouraged to do since you only live once. And to fulfill that dream, might as well start early, as soon as possible. Both Hajime and Yoshino had a peaceful conversation on top of the clock tower and get some tsundere moments out of her, and he declared that he wants to hang out with everyone to deepen their bond together and eventually confess to that special person. 1 out of 4. The group are in the council meeting to see who he decided to choose to do some modeling for the school album for the tourism. And he chose for us. We don't even get to choose. There's no option. And that is Kasumi. But things are taking a turn when Shiori spells out something unusual. She then reminded Hajime that they were talking about yesterday in the kitchen, that she wants to support him all the way to the end. That's a fancy way to tell someone that you love him. She also got an unfair buff or advantage because she is the childhood friend. So she has all the advantages that no other heroines get. How he talks, how he works, how's his personality and stuff. She's got it all. And so Hajime got a confession from 5 different girls in a span of 3 days in game after the romance ban was lifted. Talk about a quintuplets when fits. And that's the end of the prologue. Seriously, guys, if you were reading this on for the first 5 hours, you will feel the same thing as I did. At least I hope it does. The next part of the story will begin with a heart system, where you see it on the top left corner there. If you like the character that has those funny moments or like those wholesome moments, the moments where you think that character is like super cute that you want to hug her, you can add a heart to that counter. This is one way to get to the heroine's route. If that person has greater hearts than the other girls, then you can choose her route. Or you can just follow me and just put all 10 hearts into a single character. Back to the main story. Every day, Hajime needs to follow a path towards the council to avoid the mob of boys and girls to question him about his love life. A flashback shows Yoshino tracking Hajime to walk together to the school and create a lot of misunderstandings. Yoshino is a lot more aggressive than I thought. Usually, Sundaresh is not like that. And we're back to the present. Yasumasa assisted him, but he had other plans because his sister stole all of his private stuff in his room. Who would hide their stuff though? Not me. Okay, maybe I do. And tried to betray him. But his bond about being his brother didn't broke, and so he sacrificed himself to save Hajime. This is also another system unlocked, which is the cross view. It is an optional story recap for each character's POV. Sometimes it's not really important, but if you're a completionist, then these extra moments can make you laugh and understand more about the character deeply, and at the same time know about the story on other characters' POV at the same time as Hajime. And so Hajime successfully escaped to the clock tower, but Ayaka got there too, as if he knew he would come here. Huh. She tried to be bold and go towards the attack and try to seduce Hajime, but the embarrassment was too much for her. She's so cute! Hajime went to the auditorium to hide and saw Kasumi in the middle and got relieved. But things got an awkward turn when she pulled out bread from her secret storage and made him flabbergasted. It came from there. And a milk carton. I mean, yeah, her storage is huge, but still, don't you think it's kind of like smelly? Hajime then runs away yet again and got caught into Shiori's trap. She is a predator towards her childhood friend, but I'm sure some of you guys like it that way. They have some wholesome moments about remembering their past and how he felt that she is not just a childhood friend, but as a woman. She then willingly let him go and ran towards the council room, just in time. But Kozuka was at the door as well, so he let her in. Then someone else was at the door at the same time. What was the logical thing that Kozuka did? Force him to go under the table where Hajime can see a glorious view of his lifetime. Thankfully, Hajime is a Chad and goes on to his day like nothing happened. You see, man, I don't know how did you not react that way. Like I would be like whoa. Hajime, Shiori, and Yoshino went to a meeting with a tourism association to discuss about the blog that Shiori made. They also stumbled across Kasumi where she is exploring the island and decided to have lunch at Ayaka's job. Then the rom-com stuff is happening when every girl is trying to win the MC's heart by doing the most shameful thing that will make his heart race. Then the conversation suddenly turned towards their chest sizes for some reason. But I'm all over it. Then they finish their meal and head towards home. And this is where the player gets to choose who he wants to spend time with. For my first run, I chose Yoshino because of tsundere vibes. Some side stories like this has new mechanics introduced, which is a QTE of the slowest bar ever. You can either not do anything or click the prompt. In this case, Yoshino's friends question if they are in a date, which you can deny it, but I chose not to and see her reaction, and as expected she goes full tsundere and lets out the cute noises all the time where she gets flustered. The next scenario takes place in the middle of class where Hajime goes to the store and buys some stationeries. And then he met with the cashier, Makina Uchimaki. Her personality is being a fake cat girl. Her way of speaking and her stance is like a neko maid, which I don't mind, but she's still a fake cat. Ayaka is also there to see the commotion. Makina has a lot of unsold somen noodles that are tucked away to the storage that no one wants to buy and needs a way to get rid of them all. And so Ayaka had the brilliant idea to have an idol otaku style event. That if you buy a certain number of items, you can do an activity to the idol. In this case, a handshaking event. As expected, the harem acts fast and will do anything to get Hajime's attention. We get to see the teacher as well, Mosuzu Hozumi. People will call her Mimirin to act cute, but she has this weird thing towards students, like she is one of them, the forever 18 girl. She is well in her 30s. Same with Komi's mom. And another point that you guys can view different characters' POVs. The event went as expected, like from an idol group event. sweaty otakus. Not all of them, lining up 2 days before the event starts. Kasumi did a dirty move by working part-time with the event to be able to work with Hajime the entire time and get closer to him. Kozuka tried a disguise but failed, and Yoshino cannot admit on wanting to love Hajime. Still a tsundere, I see. After the event ended, they commemorate the memory by taking a group photo. Just when Uchon, the nickname for the cat girl, pressed the shutter button, that definitely angered the competition. After that, it's time to choose another side story. This time, I'll pick Ayaka. The side story tells us Ayaka will become more braver and stay the perfect girl in Kesenkan Academy and will hold that title longer in order to become Hajime's girlfriend and really wants to deepen his relationship with him. I don't know how that works, but you go, girl. The council wanted to make a special firework festival in full operation. Hajime invited everyone and even Yoshino broke character for a second. They wanted to have a date with Hajime, and so the group head towards the cafeteria and decided to spend the time playing the King's Game. If you don't know what that is, then you never watch enough rom-com anime to understand. To put it simply, if your number gets chosen, you can command a person with a number to do an action. Let's say the king says, "Number two, stand up and hug number four." And either they do it or they lose the game. Of course, this is anime logic, and everything will end up someone passing out or the MC getting kicked around like a rag doll or in the nuts. In one instance, Yoshino had to end each and every sentence with Pesopon until the game ends. That's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Then, when it's her turn to be the king, she wanted to do a pocky game with Hajime until she passes out from embarrassment. In the end, Kasumi won and Hajime will start a date with her.
二宮さん、デートですよ。
As dusk is drawing near, Kasumi dropped her special pendant at school, so Hajime tells her to stay in the home while he searched for this special pendant. He then came across Sasumasa trying to do some illegal stuff. In the end, Hajime couldn't find Kasumi's pendant at all through the night, but she is also searching for it. They eventually found the pendant and went home for a surprise. They wanted to make a special firework festival with just the group to make it more memorable. After that, we can choose the next girl we meet. Let's go with Kazuka for now. He decided to walk home despite her declining, like a child not accepting the parents' hospitality. They even held hands at some point. It was really cute and wholesome moment between the two. Nothing too crazy happened. Hajime and the others are writing some reports for the Halloween party, and Yoshino wanted to make a team building activity. For someone like her being a tsundere and can talk a lot, she's quite a fast learner and brave. Then the teacher got herself into a situation. Turns out she's drunk out of her mind. Adult life can get to you someday. You cannot run from it. They walk back to the dorms and have their team building, aka a sleepover. Sensei upset the girls and by drunkenly head towards Hajime and kiss him. Thankfully, he didn't kiss on the lips, and she got an ass whooping by them, the teacher. I don't know if she liked it or not. I think she liked it. I don't know why you asking me. Also, if you were to view Kosuka's POV, she wanted to get some of Hajime's smoked meat, but she got distracted and her scent is on his bed. I kinda don't know how you can get off by just the smell of females. I think I get it, but at the same time, it's kinda like disgusting in a way. The scene jumps to a view of girls in the bath with glorious CG, within your eyes, ranging from sizes, of course. And yeah, I cannot show you it. Gacha games cannot do this, only visual novels. Then all of a sudden, the girls went to the boys' bath, well knowing that he is alone, to get some fan service for the viewers. Thankfully, I can show you this part, just with few neckos covering the parts. One more side story before the big event, and I chose Ayaka. Hajime went outside because he couldn't sleep well and saw Ayaka at the window. They talk about how much more comfortable Hajime has become around the girls lately. She still has the determination to win Hajime's heart, and will do drastic measures to secure his heart, and slowly closing on Hajime's face with a prompt to avoid her face. I make sure Hajime will be direct as possible and not become one of the most dense MCs ever. She ended up teasing him a little, but a wholesome moment for side story. I would say that is the peak of shyness. After this, she became more bolder. Suddenly, Ayaka appears with an idol outfit to stand out amongst the group. I'm glad that they didn't name her Honoka, since we have a lot of girls in anime named Honoka with similar hairstyles. Hajime being the Chad, he complimented their outfits nonchalantly. I love this kind of protagonist. Yoshino takes the stage and wears a nurse outfit that would be hot if it wasn't covered in blood. It's kind of scary, like from Resident Evil. Then Kosuka shows up with a Maho Shoujo. Shiori is wearing a witch outfit. Her style really suits her costume, not gonna lie. Then the group visited one of the class attractions. Kasumi is also wearing a classic maid dress. Then night arrives, and it's finally time to choose a girl to go out with. Remember the past few hours you guys adding the hearts to the characters? Yeah, if you give the character a high amount of hearts, you can choose her route. If not, you will only have two options available. One can lead to the girl confessing again, like the girl showing you how deeply in love. And one more will be a harem anime ending. No conclusion, just endless harem tropes. Anyways, this is the end of the common route. From now on, if I review any simple visual novels with a cliche ending, I will only talk about my favorite route and the most disliked route. If it's something like Euphoria with in depth storytelling, then I can review all of the routes. For this case, IxShe Tell is the most basic visual novel I've read, but has some uniqueness to it. So I will be only talking about one route only. So, anyways, the way Hajime chose who's the girl he will date with is to wait for the after party and find one girl from different locations, and he will confess his feelings to that girl. You know, that kind of strangely sounds like a quintuplet. So, yeah, my favorite route from this novel is none other than Ayaka Yuki. This confession takes place in the classroom where it all started when she declared her love to Hajime. She had doubts in her mind, but she still accepts his feelings and become one great couple. Hajime vividly remembers the scene after he woke up and found himself in crowded with Yuki's fan club and students as a whole. News went like a flash, not gonna lie. They only just confessed and all of a sudden students just howl over them. Hajime got greeted by his fans and Ayaka waiting at the entrance like a red carpet of some sorts. Hajime called out to the other girls who he wants to apologize to them, but they were so chill about it. Hakuya became their butler. Hajime explained why his feelings towards Ayaka were so strong, and all of them went home doing their own thing. The two of them went out for a date right after that. This would be season 1, episode 10 in a mainstream anime. And do what academy students on date. Hey, I never had a girlfriend before, so I don't know what they do, alright? Hajime visited Ayaka's cafe and got greeted by her little sister, Moka-chan. They ate lunch together, having normal conversations. Then we heard Ayaka's dad also working there. I would shit my pants, to be honest. Just seeing your girlfriend's father just intimidating and you shit your pants. But he seemed chill about it and accepted Hajime to their family. After that, both Hajime and Ayaka went to her room to spend time alone together as a in-home date because she had working hours at that time, so she had no time for outside dates. The tension went awkward at first, but both ended up kissing for the first time. This would have been in season 2, episode 11 on a mainstream rom-com anime. And as arrogant fashion, they did ecchi in her own room while her family is still working. Bro's got balls, not gonna lie. Although this afterglow CG really got me flustered a little. It really shows you how fulfilling it is to be together with your loved one. Hajime is doing the usual council reports when Ayaka appeared to invite herself in and wants to hang around Hajime's room. They were talking normally and do couple stuff, then go straight to another 8 scene. Man, you really cannot relax in Erage, can you? She went home after that and planned to have a second date. This would have been season 3, episode 5.
Alright! What do you think about that? Sorry!
Ayaka has been swinging by the council room a lot lately just to see her boyfriend and talks about her challenge to win Kenseiken 3 times in a row. And then showed her previous picture how she win. I don't know how or why she's wearing that in a competition, or rather in the academy. They let her wear that. And it's just anime logic, I guess. The weekend is here, and they will be spending wholesome times in Hajime's room. No age scenes this time. Thank God. Just a couple pair laying down enjoying the moment. After that, Ayaka wants to practice cooking for Hajime in case for their future and stuff. They talk in the phone after she left his room and said she can't hang around as much because she will focus on her studies for 3 weeks for the exams, of course. I would be sad too if I was in his place, not gonna lie. Some students were concerned by her absence and tells Hajime to check up on her. He went to the family cafe to go see her, and Moka-chan so happened to be in the front door. This is the first time in weeks Hajime heard Ayaka's voice and wants to figure out her reason not responding as much. He then does hardcore parkour up to Ayaka's room like a goddamn Spider-Man and found out she gained weight and her slight chubbiness was showing. But that did not matter in Hajime's case. He would encourage her not to let small trivial things hold back and managed to cheer Ayaka up. Then after that, we switched to Ayaka's view about her future plans of marriage and stuff. Quite the ambitious plan you got there, girl. Ayaka went to his dorm to walk to the academy together. Then the other students got relieved when they see Ayaka again. The 3 kohais invited them to eat lunch together while talking some slice of life topics. After that, they went home together. But she wants to pay his room a visit for a while and thanked him for cheering her up by doing what? Yet again, another sage scene. Seriously, man. If you're not used to erogates like this, I don't think you can survive visual novels. The next day, they were planning what to do on their date. In the end, her dad called her and invited Hajime to join in the family. It goes that smoothly, huh? Usually, there's like 5 steps in order to family to accept their boyfriends. I guess not. He met her whole family too, and all of them widely accept him to the family as their own too. Man, I really wish my love life can be like this. Go smoothly and no kind of misunderstandings of their families. Both families in this case. Her family congratulate her for getting good marks and went to Hajime's home to plan something. Then it got cut short because her mother collapsed and hurried to the cafe to see what's going on. Her dad came back in a while to say she was really fatigued from overworking. A sigh of relief comes up, and the couple walk home together and say something about her future on the entrance exam. After that day, both went to visit Ayaka's mother to see what's going on. Is she alright or she's worsened and stuff, and stay with the family for a while. Then Ayaka abruptly cuts everyone to tell about her future and what to do in the meantime. Hajime also wants to understand her reasonings too. Ultimately, she wants to further her studies and enter college. Hajime also declared he wants to be in the same college as her. Then we get to the final CG of her final moments with Hajime and lived happily. Years has passed, and we see both Ayaka and Hajime living in the same dorm, and she is making breakfast for him. Since both went to the same college, and if all things are going well, their future is bright and can live a happy family too. Now for my dislike route. Initially, I really hated Yoshino's route. Her way of portraying didn't match the tsundere part. She has her cute moments and stuff, but the one I really hate is Kasumi's route. To keep it short, after Hajime confessed to her, they were happy at first, going out for dates, go to an aquarium, age scenes, but towards the end of the route, Hajime found a letter for him and discovered Kasumi had a sister, and she was the original lover for him. She loved Hajime first. She caught an illness that couldn't be cured. After she's gone, Kasumi wanted to hate Hajime first. Then she slowly gained feelings to him and light the whole thing up about loving him when she was a kid. She continued this life for so long that after I realized what was happening, her character is so trash that might as well divorce her on the spot. But Hajime continued to love her. Then they visited her sister's grave, the first love, to pay respect. But Hajime handed a letter from her sister before she's gone. She said that Hajime is a great guy and all, then said it doesn't matter if she is gone. She wants to share her love towards Hajime to Kasumi. That is a bold-faced lie to me. I just feel like she was forcing herself to hate Hajime, but did a 180 and he was just a good guy apparently. You don't usually do that. After that, an epilogue shows Hajime and Kasumi being married in a house somewhere and live happily. I wasn't happy at all from that plot twist, and that is why I put her in my dislike route. You know, this novel is a change of pace in terms of uniqueness and the protagonist. Where else can you get European style buildings and an MC that is not dense in the slightest? I will put this novel in B tier. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, even though it's a short one. But if I want to review most novels with similar plot lines like this, in terms of romance, this way is more efficient. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment on which route was better for you, and subscribe for more visual novel reviews. The name's Alfox. Catch you later.